Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Hey everybody, my name is Group Twos. This is John Mongol. Tonight we are finally getting back to our uh, main campaign, Denizens. I will be playing Woodrow, a Nomus, uh, crotchety, rotten old bastard of an artificer wizard. He, him, me and him. Me, him. New pronouns just dropped. Anyway, uh, damn it, I didn't pull up the list. Somebody else go.
It's
Red is
me.
next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Red. I think Groupie needs a nap. I am she, her. My character is Rook. She is also a she, her. She is a half drow, half high elf, bard, rogue, rock star. Always ready with some sarcasm and a really heavy tune. Jim.
I am Jim or JM. Pronouns are he, him, just like my character Eldaris, the psychologist, cleric slash sorcerer who very much needs a nap in game, but is going to power through, hopefully. And his friend came back, so he's very excited.
I'm Kyle, he, him, playing Nero, he, him, who might have not have been here in the past couple of my apologies, but will be showing up in the shadows just when needed, as Nero does. So, stoked to be here with everybody, and glad Joe showed up. The DM.
No need to apologize. Things happen. Hi, I'm George, or Gur Hero. I'm the game master, he, him. And previously on Denizens, Social Paradox, the party gathered to continue their work on the vault door of Forge Me Exchange. They cleared several arcane combinations and mechanical locks, though they did set off several the defenses from the vault door. Dangerous magic tech attacked them, but eventually the party defeated them and scavenged the remains of the tech. Woodrow determined that the next defense would be the last, and that it was some sort of giant spider-like clockwork guardian that several uh, towers use. Um, with each defense growing more time consuming, the party halted their safe cracking for the night just before dawn. Eldaris did not sleep, but instead went into work the next morning to see his clients, including Axton from the Red Suns, and currently one of the ones in charge of the SPF, the new police force in Basetown. During this session, he learned that Axton had a lot of anxiety over the Grove Opals, or the magical cysts at the Grove Opal, and his higher ups not involving themselves in the situation. While he did offer Eldaris a freelance job to investigate it. The others slept through most of the day at Woodrow's repair shop. Woodrow reworked a laser net cannon from the vault door to connect it to Butcher's weapons system. Ali was going to come by after talking with Woodrow about the cyst at the Grove Opal, and learning that most of the fluid in the pool is gone from the moon pool. But he was invited over, seemingly very interested that Rook was going to be there, and he was on his way with beer. And after Eldaris arrived after work, there was a knock that alerted everyone that someone was at the door, which was revealed to be Ibukari. And now, just hours before Rook's show at the Siren Song, the party waits to learn what Ibukari has to say. Ibukari stands there, staring straight. She has been asked by Eldaris what's happened, right? And she goes, "They're coming."
Who are they?
And then she just starts to her eyes kind of start to glaze over and wander aimlessly, and she stumbles around.
Eldaris is gonna go right up to her to like hold her steady and just like whisper, "Look at me. Keep your eyes on me. Come on."
She just continues to mumble. You catch another coherent sentence, or at least fragment that says, "Won't tell Doris." And then
Have I seen anything like this before in my training?
roll a medicine check.
GM, real quick, while he's doing his medicine check, me and Butcher are hitting the doors around the shop, and I've got Dora running up to the windows around the top to get a visual of the area around the shop to alert me of anything that gets too close.
Okay, roll a perception check with them. And Eldaris. What did you get? Oh, I see.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yes, you've seen. You see or you've seen this before, of course. It's a bit of madness of sometimes schizophrenia. I mean, there are several types of mental illnesses that can cause stuff like this, but maybe an Arcana check too, to see all the figure all this out.
Coming up.
Ooh, nice.
Perfect.
Okay. So yes, with this, you think that there's been some sort of magical tampering with her mind. She seems to be. This is beyond some sort of extreme trauma situation and causing her an extreme change in her personality and physical capabilities. You think that something has affected her mind in such a way that is lowered her cognitive abilities, her intelligence score, and has driven her into a state of madness.
As I kind of make that realization, I'm gonna look around and just see if there's someplace I could like sit her down to relax her. Okay. And once I find that place, I'm just muttering under my breath, "Shit, shit, shit."
Okay, you do know that this can be restored. Her mind can be restored with a a powerful restoration spell that they usually only do at the Grand Temples, and they're quite expensive.
Okay. Would calling my mentor be able to assist me in any way in this case?
Who? I'm sorry?
Would calling my mentor,
Oh, okay.
would calling Ronsian be able to like help me besides just diagnosing what the cause is? Because I kind of already figured that one out.
Okay. So you call them up. Woodrow Dora does not see anything abnormal in the area. It's early evening, a lot of traffic, but yeah. How do you, Nero? How are you going to enter the scene? You're outside the building. You've noticed it's locked down.
Yeah, I would see him going outside and talking to himself.
The little drone.
Yes.
Yep.
I would pop out to question it then, and then try to start the conversation. And only who's the only ones outside?
No one else.
Anyone's outside, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it. Never mind. All right. I will go up to talk to the drone then, and then try to peek inside.
You didn't talk to who?
The drone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then try to peek inside as I'm doing so. Because that's the situation.
Okay.
Having seen what you said, I saw.
Okay, so as Dora is circling, she would notice, I guess, Nero waving her down and being at one of the entrances.
Right on. Once she alerts me to that, I'll pop open that door, stick my head out. Hey, boy, just you?
Yeah, just me, but you need to come outside for a second.
Funny, I was just about to tell you the exact opposite. Why? What's out there?
I believe your friend there might be mind controlled. I just saw 2 mind flares, or something, I think, at least, appeared to have controlled her and then took off down those sewers.
Yeah, we got
Something. That's all I gotta say.
Fuck. Turn around to the party. Nearest here says the 2 tall darks and uglies were probably fucking illithids or something. Ran down the sewers. Hang here and batten down the hatches. See if you can fix your wandering head case, or do we want to go chasing assholes?
Well, if we're chasing, we have the element of surprise, but if we bunker down, we might have more time.
They do the same thing to us.
We're not going to be able to handle them right now. More importantly, it's not mind control. If I heard that mentioned, it's like it's not mind control. This is something different.
It looks like something different.
It's like an induced madness. You see this with creatures from the beyond. This is what I was afraid of. I don't know how they found her, but I'm pretty sure I know what they want.
Do you know what they do? Fix it.
So I suggest we should probably move either way.
She mumbles a coherent sentence that says, "They are one."
That makes sense. That checks. Okay.
Point in case.
How far are we from Declan Towers?
From Decker, about 20 minutes, I think.
Decker. 20 minutes?
It is high traffic time, so.
A little bit longer. I was going to suggest my apartment as some place to come. It's fairly nice, but... okay.
You can go to mine. It's got room.
Give me one moment, please. Miss Rook, please just make sure she is comfortable. She's not going to hurt anybody, and if she says anything coherent, let me know. Eldaris will pull out his scroll or whatever communication device, and he's going to call Roncian and tell him what's going on.
Yeah, and Rook
I'm
will
just-
just kind of crouch down next to. No, brain's gone.
Ibukari.
Next to her and huh?
Ibukari.
Thank you. I just kept wanting to say Eldaris, and I'm like, nope, the other one.
I only act crazy.
Ibukari, and just kind of keep her calm as she can.
I am going to look at Nero and say, all right, in or out, this door's closing.
You're muted if you're talking.
Taken. It cut out on my.
I said, in or out, you coming in?
I'll come in. Yeah.
Lock everything back up behind him. 3 deadbolts, 2 chains, and a fucking laser.
Mm-hmm.
Nice security system you got. Like some enemies?
90% of all my work comes from fucking gangers, so, you know, I lock up after hours.
Better safe than sorry.
I'm sorry, what is his name again, Jim?
Roncian.
Ronson. Okay.
Sorry for being late to the party, by the way. I kind of got caught up in some things, but I'm glad I got here in time, I guess.
You're good. We didn't make it into through the bank vault anyway. End up knocking off after about a full night's work.
Understood. Well, what's the plans for tonight, though? Now, I mean, you seem to know what's going on out there with the whole mind control thing, but you're saying it seems to be madness induced, not mind control, like kind of like a insanity type thing, like a permanent curse in the other sense of words.
If Eldaris is in like a side room, like on the phone, not even paying attention. So if you're talking to him, he's just like kind of like, imagine like a doctor who just was an ER patient, just got rushed in. He's like zoned out to everything that is not related to helping this patient.
Gotcha.
So you're just waiting for Ronson to either pick up or ignore the call.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just letting them talk for a moment. Y'all good?
Sure. I mean, what do you think? What's wrong with your friend, do you think? Because, I mean, she was outside. It seemed to be controlled by them, too, before, when she walked inside, them two skirted back out from the sewer. That's what I saw.
It's magical tampering.
Oh, yeah.
Magical tampering. Whatever those creatures were, they messed with her mind. Nothing trauma-related, nothing mind-controlling, just lowering the cognitive abilities. Something she might have seen or heard that she wasn't supposed to, I'd bet.
Okay, I gotcha. It's never good either way.
Nope, that's why I'm hoping he picks up.
And he does. Eldaris, what's going on?
Roncian, we found Ibukari. She got affected by mind flayers, we think. Something hit her cognitive function, not a mind control. He kind of whispers as he whispers quietly. That's what we've seen before. They've been getting worse. Listen, what can we do? I know restoration can fix this, but I would rather keep this in-house if possible. No need to alert the other villains or anybody else.
No one in our house has that kind of power.
Eldaris
To restore a person after they've been affected by them.
Eldaris swears violently in his native tongue.
It sounds like I'm not an expert on it, but well, I kind of am an expert on it, I guess. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, from my experience, it sounds like the brain was fed upon, or mine. Either they're young, or they're old, or they're elder. Does that. The little brain puppies can eat at a mine, but they usually don't stop. The elder of the colony, they can eat your memories in a way. Your functions, your bodily functions, the way your mind processes things.
Okay. Offhand, I'm sure we've had some dealings. What are the what's the cost looking like if I brought her to one of the healing temples that could take care of this?
I might be able to get a favor for you, but it would still be at least 500 at the Temple
500?
of Brilliance.
I might need you to call in that favor after I raise some money. Luckily, I have a plan that might give me some more cash intake. Don't know if it's going to be that much, but I'll figure out the rest soon enough. Send. He's going to name He's just going to name drop a couple random names. Send Lowry and McGovern. They might want to do some scouting work for us. If mind flayers, brain puppies, all this nonsense going on, I don't like it. It seems like somebody or something is trying to make a big move that we haven't seen in a while, from what I hear.
Yeah, there hasn't been an elder in a very long time.
All right, I'm gonna tend to my friend. Keep me posted on anything you need. Ishla Navatar.
Same.
And he'll hang up. He'll hang up and just looks like he wants to punch something, but he's just being restrained because he doesn't want to cause damage to Woodrow shop. Comes back in. Only way to get her fixed is bringing her to the Temple of Brilliance for a restoration. That's going to cost more money than I think any of us have.
Sounds risky.
I'm sorry? What
So
was
it
that?
sounds risky too, but I mean, is the price worth it?
Considering the state she's in, oh yeah, it's worth it. At least to me.
She screams out, "They're coming," and then shuts down and kind of curls up and starts shaking.
Either way, I think we need to get out of here.
I send Dora on another lap around the windows.
Okay. Roll a perception check with her.
Better. 17 this time.
All right. You see no shadowy figures. It's still rush hour. There's a lot of people, foot traffic in the area because you live near or between the big two towers here in this base town. But nothing abnormal. No. There are people hanging out on the streets, solicitors of many a type, but no one that looks ominous. No one hiding themselves under dark clothes.
Or anybody else be allowed to do a check?
Sure. You just have to figure out a way to look out because the building is shut down, like locked down.
The windows in my shop are all long, thin windows around the top to kind of let in natural light. So Dora has to actually fly up to the ceiling to do a lap and look around. Unfortunately, I don't have any cameras set up.
Is there a back way out?
Yeah, I got 2 doors, front and back. Uh, Doc, are you trying to get her to a temple, or do we need to get her back to your place?
I don't have nearly the funds I would need to restore her. We're talking about a little under 5 times what I have in my pocket right now. And they're not, you know how the villains in the Temple of Brilliance is going to work. They want their money up front, or else they kick you on
How
your ass.
much?
If I get a favor from my mentor, it's going to be 5. I have just under 2.
Do we know how much Rook's looking at getting paid for her gig tonight?
Yes. I noted this. It's 200 a night. And you have tonight and tomorrow night.
Not to mention, I don't want anyone to, we have the safe.
She's my friend too, you know. I can help.
I know. I just don't. Sorry, it's a.
Yeah, you're sitting next to her, and she's curled up right in the fetal position with her head like kind of in your lap, and she like pulls on your clothes and starts repeating, "They want Eldaris. They want Eldaris. They want Eldaris. They want Eldaris."
Okay, first things first, we need to get you away from here. And once I play my show, my funds that I have plus what you have is enough to get her healed.
For both nights.
No, one night.
Eldaris is starting to do math.
People,
I thought-
know, I might look like I don't, like I don't throw money all around. I have played some shows recently, and I
You
save
have
a
a
little.
surplus. You have a surplus.
She kind of like makes a face like, I'm not a kid, damn it. While looking somewhat a little more immature as she does that, just for a second.
All right. Well, that means you've got a show tonight. You need to get this kid back to your place and just babysitter, go ahead and make the plans for whatever temple run you need to do tomorrow. I'll call and get you a lev cab. That'll at least get you, where you're not having to walk to Decker. I'll send Butcher with you. That way, if anything happens in the tower, he's right there. He lives there anyway.
Want me to hang back with you?
Yeah, I was going to say either I can go to the show with Rook, or I can sit here and work on this fucking gravity accelerator.
If I
I'll
might
give
be
you a
so
hand
bold.
if that helps. That way we're all not alone. There's at least 2 groups.
Who would be going with Rook?
Yeah, I think the 2 of us with Rook, you and Butcher, head back to the tower, take care of your wandering puppy.
Sounds good to me. You did say there's a backlit, right?
Yeah, but we're not going to have to use it. Give me a minute, and I'm going to go make a call to get a lev cab for Butcher, Ibakari, and Eldaris.
Sounds good.
Jim, how much would that cab ride run me?
A lev cab in Basetown is pretty expensive to begin with. not that far of a drive, though. So...
One gold, two.
It would be 6 gold.
Done.
Okay. So you call for a love cab. And you prepay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rook, where's the show tonight?
Already forgotten.
At the bar?
Siren.
At
That's
a bar. Siren.
Eldaris, if you and Butcher get bored later, then that's where we'll be. If you can get the kid to sleep or something.
I'll see what I can do. I'll be honest, I want to go to the show, but I think it might be better for me to stay with her. Just to make sure that nothing
As long as
worse
it's not
happens.
just the two of you, because that's trouble.
No. She's the troublemaker, not me.
Sounds like the mind fuckers are the ones that are the trouble.
Yo, they're the big troubles. Oh, you... Well, there's kind of little you have no idea.
I have a bit of one, and she kind of points down at Ibukari.
Those kind of just Patsy Bukhari's legs, kind of like just a little comfort as we wait for the cab.
She grabs your wrist and looks at you straight in the eye and says, "They are one." And then curls back into fetal position and is silent, just shuddering.
They are one, and whatever they are, they want me. You don't think it's a harem, do you?
No.
Just trying to lighten the mood.
All right. Everybody,
All right. Sorry.
go ahead.
No, please go.
Everybody hang here. I'll be right back. And I'm going to cut through the shop, down the hallway, and out the back door. I'm going to have Dora go up to the windows again and keep an eye on me as a way to use the help action as I make a perimeter sweep one more time while we're waiting on the cab.
Okay. So, perception with advantage.
That's crit.
Oh, okay.
I was
You do
using
not
my
see-
familiar wrong.
You don't see any dangerous people or anything around it. Just the normal traffic. You eventually see the left cab coming down.
Cool. I'll wave at the cab, then go to the front door, bang on it twice. Cab's here.
Mr. Butcher, if you would be so kind to help me with Ibukari.
I will say you can see that the cab driver is a bit reckless, as it was pretty high to C20 or up to 20, and then it kind of just corkscrewed down very quickly and is barreling towards y'all.
Good.
Nero's gonna
Means I
say,
get there
hey,
fast.
just in case, he looks a little sketchy.
Well, you know to get the Decker Tower. Oh, sorry.
I think he could be controlled himself. Just Be careful.
But you know that to get to Deckard Tower, you have to basically use a cab fare or a cab ride system from the Blood Lanes down here, and you are technically in the White Fist territory, so they have to be a little crazy to avoid, being blown up or shut down.
Again,
So
good.
yeah,
That means he'll get there
barrels
fast.
down. It barrels down and then kind of makes this whoosh or this loop, slowing down to hover over the entrance of your shop.
I'm going to help Butcher with Ibukari, just kind of being like, come on, we're just going to go for a little ride.
And you can see the lev cab as you get outside with her. She's not incapable of walking, but you basically have to guide her, otherwise she stumbles and all that. But when you get outside, you see this lev cab. It has the blood streaks, or the blood streaks, the painted tire marks that the blood lanes tattoo down their faces for important kills. And it has plates of armor, no doubt, possibly crafted by Woodrow on some of its flanks.
I was about to ask if I recognized the vehicle or the driver.
Not the driver, but possibly the vehicle. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll open up the door and make sure Ibukari gets in, and then we'll get in with Butcher. Before as Ibukari gets in, I'm just gonna grab Butcher by the shoulder and just say to him, "Whatever happens tonight, as long as you're with me, you need to promise that you will not let me have a drink. Can you promise me that?" And I'm assuming he's going to nod and just be like, "Yeah, sure," or something like that.
Sure.
Thank you. And we'll just all get into the cab.
Okay, it is a slightly overweight Earth Genasi man with a cap on. He's got a few tattoos on his forearms and back of his hands, and he's like, "All right, let's go. Let's go. Hurry up, hurry up." As soon as you all are in, he closes the door from the front control panel, locks it up, and takes off and immediately goes into a curve that twists to right yourself so that you are horizontal with the ground, or parallel to the ground now, and right side up, and heading toward Deckard Tower. It'll be like 2 minutes. As you arrive, there is a port on the 10th floor for lev cabs, and has direct access to the elevator. You do know that the blood lanes guard it, are there. They have a harpoon, a dragon harpoon mount there that they have people strapped into to wield, and then a couple of ones with just guns and blades. There's a simple fee of 5 silver to use the port, and then you're going beyond 10. You're a resident of the tower, so you don't have to pay any more fees to go use the elevator.
Okay. So I'm going to go straight up to my apartment on 16.
Okay.
And
Butcher are with you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Rook, you are getting several texts as it is closing in on your performance. You've still got like a good 4 hours, right? But still, until you take the shift for it.
Yeah, Aramis is needy. I think as people start to kind of disperse, she'll just and I can just go ahead over to the bar and get ready and just be there or around a lot of people. That's fairly safe. Yeah? You coming?
Yeah, damn it, I really wanted to get started on that.
You can come later.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you. Show starts in 4 hours. Right on. Not a lot of room for the three of us on the bike anyway. Actually. Sorry, great mental image. Yeah, I could backpack you and put him in my backpack with the head sticking out. I didn't even show you that, did I? Made a new bag of holding. Well, there's been a lot of knockoffs going around and everything. Don't trust a paradimensional space you didn't make yourself. All right. It's always got a hole in the
I
bottom.
won't. It's just like, the fuck?
Words of wisdom.
Let's see. Yeah.
Actually, no. It's not safe for you to stay here.
What?
They already know this place. They were outside of this place. You're supposed to come.
That's what I was saying. I think they might have more of a plan than we do at the moment. Better safe than sorry, you know.
Because we barely have a plan. It's not
Exactly.
hard to have more of a plan than us.
I've got a gun and 4 walls. I don't need a plan.
Touche.
I have a guitar axe.
All right, going with the axe.
Yeah.
Hey, Nero.
Yeah.
Want to ride in my backpack?
I'll pass. I can walk.
Nope, because that leaves one of us alone.
I bet that piece of interdimensional
I'll do it one
space
time.
is real comfy.
That's not helping.
I do grab up. So the gravity thing. I called it an accelerator a minute ago. I know that's not right. But I don't have written down what it actually was. Gravity cannon, maybe. I don't know.
A woofer.
The woofer.
Amplifier, I think, is what I technically called it. But yeah, it's like a woofer.
Right on.
Or
I'm gonna grab up that and just a handful of other junk that I think I might need and a few tools. And while we're waiting on the show, I'm gonna try and get some work started on that. As I'm tossing all this stuff in the bottom and maybe the last couple of beers out of the fridge. Fuck. Call up Allie. Just real quick, gonna tell him, don't worry about swinging by here. Just meet us at the show. Somebody made my place, and we're heading out for the night. And then once I'm done with everything, I'm gonna go stand next to the bike and hold the bag out in front of Nero.
You're saying I'm supposed to ride on top of all that metal pointy shit that you just put in the bottom of that bag?
You won't
We're
feel
gonna be
it.
bouncing around, right?
You won't feel it. Just hang on to the top. It's
That's
about
what she
10 feet
said,
deep
but
anyway.
it's always a lie.
Ride with me is always nice and smooth. Thank you.
Oh man, I'm gonna go in with hesitation. Settle myself in. No one speaks to this.
Whatever, kid. And then with his head
Taking
and
video with my calm. This is gonna be great.
with his head sticking out of the bag and put the bag over my shoulders, snap Dora out of existence and hop up on the back of Rook's bike and hit the button for the roll up.
Well, see the wizard.
She giggles, takes another photo on her comm, and then gets on the bike.
Delete that! As we take off.
I can't hear you! Head to the bar.
Tell them R2D2 at this point, right? I'm just making sure.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Sorry?
R2D2ing it.
Yes,
Don't forget what tomorrow is, kids.
exactly. May the point be with you.
This is the way.
This is the way.
So
Okay.
I'm
So
trying to decide. There are 3 options here. Is your head just sticking out? Are you holding on to the edge and Kilroying it?
That one right there.
Or do you have
Nope,
like
that's it.
head and shoulders out and just like
Nah. Full on head
Not a
in
roller
tank
coaster.
style. Just floating head happening. No, none of
It's
this.
like just one hand fingers poking over, like just in case.
Just 3 cut off fingers coming out of
Yes.
there and a head. Lovely.
It's only half my head, just past my nose.
It's even creepier.
Exactly.
I love all of this.
I hate all of this, but it's happening.
okay. So you all are headed to the bar, right?
To the show, yeah.
And Eldaris has safely put Ibukari at his place. Is he staying there with her?
I'd imagine that he's going to stay there. I'm assuming he might ask Butcher just to keep a watch on everything while he gets a couple of hours of sleep, because he is yet to take a long rest, and I would like to use my magic at some point. But I also know Butcher might want to go to the show, and the show is like 4 hours, we'll say, from now. So
Nero can help watch at the outside if you'd like, since I have seen the people that allegedly controlled it. I went out to look for.
You're
least.
with us.
yeah, that's the only bad thing.
Oh, wait. Yeah, my bad.
So I think what he might just ask Butcher to do is just like, listen, hang out for 4 hours just so I feel better about the first half of everything, and then just maybe wake me up for 2 seconds, say I'm going to the show, and then Eldaris would go back to sleep and meet up with everyone later if he can. Just to kind of, before doing so, making sure, like, telling Butcher, here's all the safety protocols, here's all the locks, here's everything to make sure no one can get in, all the trappings and protections that he was probably trained to make sure are active would be ready to go. So
schedule.
here's the feeding
With the
schedule.
water.
Yep. And yeah, he would also just say to Butcher, under the cabinet, passcode is 7 Delta 3. Thanks for a second. November. 7 Delta 3 November. That's the code she likes. It's a bottle of whiskey for when she comes over. Help yourself. I don't drink it.
Okay.
And he will. And Eldara, like, I'm assuming that it would be.
I've got your passcode.
Ibukari would be like asleep, or like in the fetal position on the couch on the bed. Eldaris will be sitting, like, kind of against a wall on the bed with her, and leaving a chair for Butcher, and just be like, help yourself, get, pregame, just keep your eyes open, and then Eldaris will do his best to try and sleep.
Okay. And you're plenty tired. You can go right to sleep. All right. So the rest of you are headed to the Siren Song. I think. No, it's still pretty early.
Do you
I
need
was gonna say
5?
break, but we're a little early for that. What did you want to say?
I was asking if you needed 5.
Oh no.
Okay.
But as you arrive, you do see that it is relatively packed in the small parking lot next to the patty stack that the siren sound is built, or that is built over the siren sound. Like it's one of the bottom buildings that's on the ground, and then there's a patty stack built over it that's 4 high. So it creates the illusion of like a 5-story building. But there's a small parking lot next to it that is pretty much full. You can definitely wedge your bike into there, or Rook's bike.
I feel like Rook is really become a professional at finding like a safe, tucked away, slightly annoying for everyone else parking spot wherever she plays. So she does that, and then after everyone gets off, she engages her security system on her bike.
Okay.
Sorry, on her bike.
Bike, that's right.
There, you're welcome.
White
I
cock.
said it.
I'll hop off and let Nero out of the bag.
More
Thanks
video.
for that. We never speak of this again.
It's going everywhere on the social net. You're currently trending.
You were trending before she did the slow roll in front of the tailgaters.
No comment.
That's what happens when you're on the bike of an influencer.
I feel special. And not the good way.
Embrace the fame.
As y'all are having this conversation, Rook, please roll a wisdom save.
Oh, fun. The one who makes dice has forgotten dice. Wisdom? 19.
Okay.
Oh, like it.
There is nothing you
I don't feel
you sense
nothing.
nothing, you feel nothing.
I don't like it. You guys ready to go in? First drinks on me?
I mean, I was gonna
Oh, yeah?
hit the tailgaters first, but yeah, fuck it.
I could use a drink right now.
At least go ahead and get the wristband.
So we'll head in. Not feeling creeped out at all.
Right?
y'all-
Is there any type of check we can do to see if anyone had followed us? On the ride, since that's all I had to do was stare behind us
Oh, yeah.
the entire bike ride. I just wanted to ask. That's all I had
Yeah,
to do.
It's on
absolutely.
a swivel.
Alright.
Yep, you can make a perception check.
Alright, perception's +1. Ooh, 18 + 1, 19.
Alright, you did not see anyone follow you.
Hell yeah. I'll take the drink.
Alright, so y'all go in. It is already fairly packed, with only a few seats left. Van Buren is behind the bar with the familiar, or with a new bartender, an orcish woman, a young woman. The piano player is playing with a few hollow bandmates out on the performance floor. And Van Buren will, or Aramis is already there also. I forgot. Aramis. Oh no. You also see Dio is talking to what looks to be a Air Genasi person. They have long wispy hair, white wispy hair, with this grayish skin tone and vibrant, like yellow eyes. Um, and they're in very fine attire, which the trend in the higher you go up, or the high city, in this case he is or they are duplicating that, is similar to the 1950s here. So it this really dapper shirt with a bit of a, what are those called? I have blanked on them. Not
Arrow. The arrow collars.
No, the not ascots. Is it ascot?
Yeah, ascot would be just the like what Fred Jones wears in typical Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
No,
it's
more than
the
that.
more frilly like old school ones. Yeah, that's a cravat.
So the like 50s / Regency dress? I'm here for it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's get our
this they do their top half is the top half. Now they do have just the standard dark gray pants with nice shoes and some sort of dark sock, and they have the normal accoutrements of the or accessories of the upper class as well, like sleek bracelets, and or their devices are all sleek bracelets or necklaces or earrings or simple, and cybernetics. You can clearly see a cybernetic implant along their throat, but it's super sleek and matches their skin tone. There's just a slight dark line where it's been implanted, an old laser scar or something. But yeah, the top half of the outfit, while they do wear pants, is more feminine, with a wide pressed collar and short sleeves that have a wide hem on the sleeve.
Does he notice us coming in?
No, they're talking to Dio. Dio will.
Does Dio notice us? Does Dio notice us coming in?
Yes, Dio will notice you. Yes.
All right.
He
I to him like a thumbs up type, thumbs down thing to like see if who he's talking to is a good or bad thing.
He gives a thumbs up.
All right. I'm gonna say to the whole party, "Hey, let's go talk to Dio."
I'll catch up. I'm gonna go and check in with Aramis since we just got here. And she'll head off to do that.
All right.
Drinks first. Is the bartender the same one whose ass I saved the other night?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry, no.
Damn.
That was a human man, this is an orcish woman.
Alright, I'll meet you over there. Beer? I'll bring you a beer.
Someone's on my tab.
Heard. Free drinks. Yep, and I'll go get her a flat whiskey. And me and the boys some beer.
Never thought I'd have to order a flat whiskey, my whiskey flat
You're
instead
welcome.
of neat. Love it. Here for it.
Okay. Yeah, Aramis is at the bar, but will pull away from his conversation with Van Buren and kind of go to an open section over by the bathrooms to talk to you, Brooke. And says, "What's going on? I've been worried all day. I haven't heard from you at all, really."
You know, I sleep in sometimes. Oh, you had to check in with
This is
someone.
the biggest show of your career so far.
I'm here. Hey, I am here early.
I'm nervous. You know, I haven't heard from Farrell either today.
That was the big guy, right? Gamer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard from him at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, number one, I'm going to start
Not
doing
since we
better
went
about
out the
remembering to
other-
check in with you.
Okay.
So, one less worry. Haven't seen Farrell.
Not since the other night when we were at the arcade. Or the Wondercade.
See, things are starting to feel like they're a little weird here in the Undercity, so we'll have to, I'll see what I can find out.
What do you mean?
Just people are acting weird. And then there's that whole, like, pus thing happening at the casino. The temple. My memory is shit today. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The thing over at the Grove Opal?
Yes. Like, it's all just kind of weird, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But I'm here. A couple of my friends are here to drink on my tap, and it's gonna be a great show. And we are gonna be fine. She does not look convinced. Like, this has been a weird day for her. The Ibukari thing has her unsettled.
He says, okay, yeah, I hope it's going to be a great show. That's a recruiter from the tavern over there. He nods towards the individual talking to Dio. Like, their name's Denin Bellin? Denin Bellin.
It's a recruiter for who?
The tavern. It's
For
the
here?
big. No, it's their recruiter for the tavern, which is the
Oh,
big
just-
like casino bar on C20 that y'all went to, and there were giants and dragons and all kinds of people.
Oh, that sounds like a fun party.
Yeah.
Can we go? Not right now, but can we go?
Well, with any hope, you'll get a job there.
Oh, hell yeah. That sounds even better.
You got your playlist? Can I look over it?
Sure. She'll pull out whatever playlist she's created. It's pretty much like, it starts with like one of those like expected songs, has a couple of new ones that Aramis has heard, but kind of mixed in. And then there's like another really hard hitting one. And then it goes into like a soft one that's just kind of unexpected. And then ends with like two more absolute headbangers.
All right.
I think I paced everything pretty well. You know, get them hyped up, bring them back down a little bit, hyped up, dip, and then hit them hard.
Yeah. What about a cover? Did you put a cover in here? I don't see one.
What do you want me to cover?
I don't know. What do you want to cover? I mean, I guess you don't need it, but it's
No, you're
something
right.
familiar
Everyone likes
to-
a good cover. I'll do the cover before I do the kind of chill out song, because then it'll be kind of a little bit more of a nice slope of a downward before we hit them hard.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. She'll kind of scribble that onto her little basically writing in thieves' cant for her list, so it makes no sense to anyone other than her and Aramis. No one's stealing my playlist. Set list. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he'll follow you over to the bar, I guess.
Cool. Yep.
Okay. Is there any kind of conversations y'all need to have between each other, Nero, Woodrow, and Rook? as you're getting the bar, getting drinks.
Make sure. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was make sure got everybody a drink. Was going to meet Nero over at the table with his buddy Dio.
Well, in that case, Nero's can stay at the table with Dio and just, sure, like whatever. Whoever.
Oh, you go over to
whatever to drink, I'll accept.
You go over to the.
No, I'm gonna stay with Dio. I'm gonna go over to Dio.
Okay, so you do go over to Dio.
Yeah.
The individual is talking to says, "Oh, excuse me, can you please just give us a few more minutes? It's a bit of an interview."
Of course. I'll take a
Dio's
step
like,
back.
"Thank you very much, Nero."
Duly noted. So he already knew my name.
But Dio says, "Thank you
okay. I
very
thought
much."
the guy said that, and I was like,
Sorry, no, that was Dio. I apologize.
"Oh, you're good." I'll just take a step back. Just wait for my drink.
Okay.
Wait for theirs. While watching the door, though. I'll just see if anyone new pops in after we have.
Okay. You can hear their conversation a bit. It seems like the individual is more worried about him being if he performs at the tavern, then what will the grinders think of him performing at such a notable establishment in the Bloodlines territory? More concerned about starting any kind of turf war or war over Dio. But after a few minutes, coming through the door are three fish folk wearing leathers and chains and stuff. Obviously part of the Wild Riders that you met some of them a few days ago. Come in and order drinks. Two of them immediately go into the VIP area. One of them yells for drinks to be brought there, and that no one's to disturb them. And they don't offer to pay. Van Buren, you can see, gathers it all without creating any kind of tab or digital receipt for this interaction. And then he runs off to deliver the drinks. And then he'll come back around the same time that Dio finishes his conversation, and the Balin, the individual Dio was speaking to, will go to the end of the bar and kind of nod for the barkeep. And then Dio kind of spins his hand around as sort of waving, but he doesn't have that.
I got you. Nero's walked up and say, looks like something important. What's up?
That is a recruiter for the tavern on C20. They are here after such a notable performance that I and Rook gave during the auditions.
Oh, yeah? Well, what about it? Did they want you to perform more places?
Yes, I am opening for Rook tonight. So they are they are here to see it and interested in the possibilities of having to kill people for me.
Interesting. That took a turn. So they're on your side either way is what you're saying. Nothing to worry about?
Well, it will depend on my performance, I suppose. Through both nights this weekend. Here, at the Siren Song.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. You always rock the house. It only took me one time to see Grant's performance over there. She's rocking, so you ain't nothing to worry about. Except for, I think we do have some possible strange people showing up. So if you see anything suspicious, just try to give me a word on the down low. Because we might be expecting company, not the good kind.
Very well.
All right, I'm gonna look over to the rest of the party and see if they're heading back yet. Nod up to them. Wave them over.
Okay, as y'all head over to the table with Dio, a shorter, pale-fished person with a very wide, bulbous head. It looks wrong for their body, but his body and is carrying a crate out and has a quick conversation with Van Buren about the storage being cleaned up, and then he's to take the bar, and Van Buren's going to go over to the pianist. Background stuff happening while you switch to your table. That's all.
Having seen the Wild Riders take the VIP lounge, I'm gonna pull Dora up, cast guidance on her, and see if I can get her to sneak into that room and hide behind one of the couches and just kind of like plant herself for the evening to see what they're talking about.
Okay.
That's a 12 plus 13.
They seem to be too in the moment of drinking and pulling up trending images on the hollow table in there to notice.
Look at this guy with just a head riding on this bicock. It's
Just
great.
thinking the same
Yeah, buddy. Just wait
Sorry,
till
had
it's
to.
recognized.
Yeah, she is now going to be a listening device for me. She's just going to go motionless, hide behind the couch, and listen to them. Let me know if she hears anything about money or hit jobs or just anything interesting.
Okay. Seems to be mostly just chatter right now.
Cool.
But yes, with the pianist playing and the hollow bandmates picking their bass and snare, and tapping their snare, in the background, the smoothish kind of jazz. What do y'all want to do at your table? Anything? We can fast forward, of course, to the actual performances if y'all don't have anything necessarily that you want to talk about.
You playing the same set as last time?
No, I've actually Aramis wants me to do a cover, and then I got one that's like a more chill song that I want to play. So she'll take out the set list and show it to him and be like, "Can you read this?"
No.
Okay, so, and then she'll basically walk him through, be like, so this is one of the ones that I've played for a while, and there's a couple new ones, and then I've got this little crescendo that happens, and then taper off with some chill music, and then two super heavy songs at the end.
Right.
Should be really good.
Where are you trying to shove a cover song in there?
It's gonna go in with the chill down. I don't know.
All the best cover songs are taken from a totally another era. Because you don't just cover the next band down the street, and you don't cover the one that just stopped playing on the waves, right? When I was younger, all the songs were car crashes. Because they were just working out half of the Lev stuff. There was a whole bunch of recalls and accidents. People were flying into towers. You'd be sitting there, chilling in your living room, and all of a sudden there's a Cadillac in front of the TV. But they always had the blasted teenagers having car crashes. Thinking Bat out of hell, where'd my baby go? Something along those lines. If you pick the right one, Bat out of hell, for instance, it's got all the ups and downs to make that transition there.
It's not a bad idea. Okay. She kind of like sits there. She's like studying what she wrote and scribbles it out, writes that in. She pretty much goes back and forth with scribbling it out and writing it back in like 3 times, and then just decides to stick with it. Like, okay, I'm gonna go with his suggestion. Let's go.
Also,
Not that he can tell, other than the indecisiveness, because zombies can.
Also, if you need or want, I can post Dora up on your shoulder, pop some guidance a couple times through the show.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I mean, not that I think yeah, I'd like that, please.
Performance enhancing spells.
Yeah, is this like... We don't talk about that. Is this probably one of the biggest shows that Rook has played, or has she played bigger before? Like, what are her mental stakes in this, essentially?
This is definitely one of the more prominent places in Basetown to play. A lot of people that headline here get to play in the tavern, and if they do well in the tavern, they go citywide, right?
Yeah.
So it's really just like 2 steps away from global celebrity, which, global is just this massive city.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a few steps away from huge celebrity. Even playing here, doing a recording, like, no doubt Aramis has worked out a deal with Van Buren about getting a recording of the performance and being able to sell it. It'll get you renowned throughout Basetown and probably beyond.
Yeah. So I think you guys would be able to tell that, like, while Rook outwardly is like kind of calm, a little like nervous, like with like the scratching out, writing back in indecisiveness, she's also not like, she's taken a couple sips of her drink, but not nearly as much as she would normally. Just a few small sips of it so far. Like, she's gonna nurse that drink till her show. Kind of a pace.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Aramis is gonna talk about how awesome this is. Of course, needling in that this is a big chance, right? If we do this right.
Aramis is so much more nervous than Rook is right now.
Nero's gonna give Dio a thumbs up, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. As soon as Rook realizes, oh yeah, Rook would know that he's opening. Yeah, she'll be like, dude, you're gonna be awesome. And
Right, he's got this.
yeah, before he goes on, she'll actually give him a bardic, but not yet because it'll wear off.
Fair enough. I think with that, and you're all starting to chit chat around the table, we fade to black for our intermission.
Cool.
Awesome. I'll finish my drink while we do that. Cheers to the crowd.
Is
Also,
that
if you get a chance. Oh, sorry.
our intermission as well?
Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
Yep, our break.
Sweet.
Y'all
I hope
soon.
you all are enjoying it, the players and the viewers, and that you'll like the stream and follow genre.
It's the internet. There's buttons everywhere.
Yep.
Press
Like,
the little
press them all
button.
until something that happens, you know.
Platforms, it's fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what to do by now.
And we'll be back in like 10 minutes. So catch y'all in just a few.
It is.
Yep, too late now. I'm already unmuted us while we were laughing.
Oh,
It's okay. We got all the things we need. We got our caffeine. We got our permission slips from the old people's home.
Got a day pass. That's what I did.
Day pass.
Hey, do we need something signed?
yeah, the your
I
parents.
guess I ain't go.
Just
I
had the
just
janitor
I just
forge
forged
for
it.
me.
Yeah.
That's what us old people do.
Scribble
Forgive
something.
the misspellings.
Hey, you're adopted. It's supposed to be legible.
Thank y'all for waiting. Well, we all got our drinks and laughed at each other, and I had my own little existential breakdown, realizing I'm the oldest person here. We are back and getting closer and closer to showtime. Before Dio does his opening set, GM, I was going to ask if I can go spend an hour with the tailgaters.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to go putz around the parking lot, see if anybody brought anything with them that I want to drink or smoke, whatever.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you see any kind of trouble, pop your head in and right back out immediately, and I'll come outside.
Yeah, I'll let you know. If you see Dora fly through the room like a bat out of hell, come get me.
Loaded.
Okay. So you can find some people out in the parking lot drinking and smoking,
Any cool cars?
pre-gaming. Huh?
Any cool cars out there?
Not really, no.
I see anything the Wild Riders might have rode in on?
No. You're pretty close to the waterway, so they probably just swam up and walked her.
Right on. Yeah, after I tie one on, I'll head back in for the show.
Okay. I mean, there's some interesting self-made ground vehicles or cogs there, which are interesting, I suppose, for you to look at. They're not nice or anything, but they're armored. Got most of it is scrap that's been welded together or bolted together.
Yeah, if I got
Doesn't all
any
quite fit.
gearheads out there, I'll chit chat with them, pass it back and forth, and anybody seems cool, I'll let them know to come see me for some work.
They will. One of a couple of gnomes that go by, or park one of these self-made vehicles and pass you. Talking to them briefly, they'll inform you that oh yeah, there was a new bar, the Greasy Wrench was opened up on the top of the patty stack.
Cool.
It's not very big, but
Nah,
for
but
tech
hell,
heads.
fucking good to be able to hang out, catch buzz with some somebody that doesn't mind busting their knuckles open once or twice a day.
Yeah, and you get decent work from the Wild Riders there too. There's always a few looking for stuff to get repaired.
Gangers are always looking for fucking upgrades, and they want them at half price. I do a lot for
but it's it.
Blood Lane's White Fist. I'm like right there on the edge between the two, so they both come see me.
I get you, but it's consistent work, and you get to drink. So
Yeah, them's the old rules, isn't it? Bring you a half keg for a fucking tune-up. Yeah, I'll chit chat and hang out with them, and then head back in.
yeah, no doubt. See you around, Grandpops.
Later, boys.
They'll make their way up using the elevator that's built into one of the corners of the patty stack. And you go back inside. Meanwhile, what's been happening inside? we just waiting for performance? I will say Nero gets the distinct impression that the individual Denon Balin that spoke with Dio is interested in Rook, but is not approaching her.
Okay, and how did he go to a table by himself or anything?
No, they're still up at the bar near the checkout.
All right. Well, is Dio about to go up now?
Sure. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head up to the bar at the same time to talk to him while he does that.
Okay. So as you return Woodrow and everything's going on, I will say also while y'all waited, Aramis has talked incessantly. But Rook, you also noticed that a few people came out of the bathroom, the men's bathroom, with wet hands, or partially dried hands, still dripping a bit.
I think she says so. She just kind of like leans over to I don't think anyone's there. They're just sitting there
I'm
like
back.
staring like, oh, you are back. Okay, I wasn't sure. Just kind of leans over and goes, isn't it kind of gross that some dudes don't wash their hands really, or they don't dry their hands after they wash them in the bathroom? I mean, at least they're washing them, but like, can't they dry them off? And she kind of like motions to the dudes coming out.
Oh, well.
Nero as he walks off.
Some of them
I'm
you
sorry?
can't teach.
I missed that,
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
What was that, Nero?
Kyle.
Well, Nero said, I'm going to say no comment as I walked off to the bar as you asked the question. Scurried off.
Yeah. So you head over there as Dio goes toward the stage. He plugs in to the floor system to his foot and readies the music, and then unplugs and starts. Hello and welcome to tonight's performance at the Siren Song. I am Dio, opening for Rook. And there's some applause, and he says, now to Funky Town, and undoes the compartments on his chest and starts playing all the various instruments by extending his the fingers of his hands out and playing the different macro boards, basically, and turn or what are they called? I know a turntable, but like the fake ones, I guess it's still a turntable. But I don't mean like fake, but they're not. They don't have a record on them, right? They're scratch pad, I guess is just what it's called.
Yeah.
Also, before the performance, more Wild Riders arrived, but Dio is in it at this point, laying down a sick 19 for his performance.
Speaking of the Wild Riders, have I gotten anything from Dora?
They have not talked about business, no.
Okay.
What was I going to say? Oh, yes. While Dio's getting into it, Nero, Denon will say, oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you, sir?
I just wanted to say, what do you think of our mutual friend over there? He's pretty laying it down, right?
Yes,
Pretty
yes.
good.
I think he's quite talented. Could go very far. Especially in Sector B. Or D. Nope, it's D. Sorry. Sector D.
Well, have you checked out Red? Rook, sorry.
No worries. Uh, no, it's the first time I've heard of her, so I usually just sit back. If she does well, I'll approach
Oh, what you
tomorrow.
need to strap. Thanks, buddy.
I'm sorry?
I said you need to strap in if you're gonna sit back. It's a pretty good performance.
Well, I certainly hope so. If you headline the Siren song, you should do something. You should have something unique, something others don't can't have.
Agreed. Well, you'll definitely see that. Same thing with Dio, of course, but he's got his own kind of thing. But
Yes, indeed.
maybe a pairing up one day would be nice. What do you think? Well, you'll see. Once you get your show.
The man who represents her is quite annoying. So I hope she proves more amiable to my sense of personality.
That's what you mean. Who is the gentleman you speak of?
I'm sorry?
Is the gentleman you speak of that represents her?
Aramis.
Oh, yes. Aramis. The fellow over there that's sitting with him.
Oh, okay. Over there? I'm pointing towards that direction.
Yes.
Okay, I've heard.
They do not.
Never met.
They did not even indicate with their head. Just.
Oh.
And they're not even looking at you necessarily, looking past you at Dio.
Okay.
As Dio starts into his second song. This
Well,
one's
I
got
noticed that,
an
okay.
auto-tuned woman's voice that he plays along with it. But it comes from his mouth.
Nice.
It's very I've forgotten her name, but she did the vocals for much of the Lord of the Rings soundtrack or score. Anyway. But it's very operatic and somber. As this song is some sort of gothic tech mix. Yeah, some of the Wild Riders actually come out and stand around. Hang out. To watch it. But yes, Dio continues on throughout his set, still absolutely killing his performances. And by the time he finishes and it has a slight oily or greasy perspiration around his joints, he stops abruptly and thanks everyone for their thank you all for coming and seeing me, Dio, perform here at the Siren Song. Now, or soon, you will see Rook. And Vern kind of waves him over to the pianist. And they have a conversation as the hollow deck people play, and Van Buren will wave Rook over as well, and Aramis will fall. Well, I mean, Aramis will go. Do you also want to go? Wait, Rook. He was looking at you when he waved Van Buren towards the pianist, waving you over. Rook?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, no, she'll go.
Okay. Yeah, Aramis is going to follow you or lead you. He says, did you bring an accompaniment or are you using the hollow band?
A hollow band should be fun for this.
Okay.
I don't remember if I brought in her people or not, so.
Well, in the time before, Aramis would have given them the playlist for them to...
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, then she would have her own people.
Okay.
Sorry,
Then he will... Van Buren will then thank Dio, and he'll go over, and Aramis will kind of like slow him down. While Van Buren says, "Well, are you ready? It's time." And the pianist starts playing. Oops.
Yeah, so, you know, at some point she would have gone and basically like changed. So as she, you know, has come back out, like ready for the stage, she's essentially, it's very like Burning Man-esque, where it's just a lot of like black, whatever passes for leather. Yeah, they have leather because leather armor. Like black leather pants that are kind of like torn up, and then these big like rocker boots with huge like platforms and a couple of spikes like up and down. It looks like it's almost armored, like has like armored plates on the front. And then she's basically got like this kind of very angled sci-fi-ish like corset with some chains and spikes on it, and her hair, like it's that light blue with the streaks, and it's kind of almost, it looks like it's in dreads, which is, I think people that have followed her work knows that like when her hair is like that, she's come to headbang. So she walks out as the music cues up and hits the stage.
As she's walking out and pulls her axe around to the front to get ready to play it, Woodrow's going to dismiss Dora from where she is and then have her reappear. The tail is going to the tail, body, and neck are going to run up her spine, but the wings are going to extend and hold on to her shoulders, so it looks like she has just sprouted metal wings.
Yes.
But the crowd's not going to see the dragon behind her back. And as soon as she starts hitting the chord, guidance.
Yeah, and also as soon as she hits her first chord, she's going to cast Silent Image and Minor Illusion and just, you know, do her kind of like the pyrotechnics of her show kind of kick off. I feel like at this point it's all like second nature to her, so she's just concentrating on it in the back of her head.
All right. Roll your performance check.
Let's see if it was worth it. Oh.
With advantage, sorry.
Oh, that's better. Why didn't I roll that die first? Okay, so that's a 14 on the die. For a dirty 20, what's guidance?
D4.
For 3. 23.
All right. As the band hits hard, or the music hits hard and fast, many of the people, fans of yours, you've seen at various other shows, as well as the 3 Wild Riders that were already watching Dio's performance, start to group up in front of the performance floor and headbanging and starting a little bit of a mosh pit.
Things are gonna get hairy.
And yeah, they're throwing down hard. And, of course, Woodrow and Nero, beyond that, would see that, I have him in the wrong position. Van Buren will take Aramis and Dio back, and he seemingly pays Aramis, who then pays Dio. But Rook is absolutely killing it, and everyone is having a blast. You can see the other 2 Wild Riders come out of the VIP or step out and pull the curtain back and kind of just watch from there. One of them pulls out their ATOM and messages off. And rushing into the door is Allie.
I was just about to call that boy.
I made it! And he rushes over towards you, Woodrow, but stays standing.
Yep, I kind of holler over the music. She just started. It's still first track.
Awesome! And he'll run over and get drinks from the bar, and then come back and kind of turn his chair around. I mean, there's stools. They're like hover stools, so bronze hover stools. So he just sits backwards on it and drinks while handing you a drink as well, Woodrow. It's a carbonated whiskey.
Wrong for that.
All right, the crowd is certainly in your favor, Rook. Please roll again.
Guidance again.
Yeah, and you don't have the extra magical help, so just regular roll, but with guidance.
Rolled a 1 for guidance. But I got an at 20.
Ooh. Yeah, there is a full
He's my
headbanger.
angry little guy. He's awesome. Little headbanger.
Yep. There's a full-on headbanging session, mosh pit going on, and
It's just
more people are
whirling.
coming in.
Fucking Woodrow is standing on the table, waiting on Bat Out of Hell to come up.
Mosh pit opening up.
When Bat Out of Hell comes on, I definitely want Dora's wings to like actually flap. Hell yeah. Minor illusion, little bats everywhere. Ooh.
Absolutely. More people start coming in as you continue your performance. Several Wild Riders join. And it is going strong as you hit your cover. And how's this last turn of your performance? You're a good 45 minutes in at this point. You hit the cover, and then you go for your big swings, your personal stakes, and your hits.
She's... Yeah,
For your personal song.
especially after that like super hard hit, it kind of like she mellows out some. Didn't roll great on the die, but thank you for that 4 on guidance. So that's going to be math, and it's going to be a 19.
All right. While they do mellow out after the cover, which is a solid performance, no doubt. I mean, a 19 isn't bad by any standard.
Well, yeah, I rolled low on the die, but you know I've got that +6, and then I've got the +4, so it made it a lot better than it looked on the die.
Yeah.
Yay, modifiers! They're great, everyone. Try them.
And you also have proficiency with your axe, right? Your quote-unquote axe.
Technically, yes. I definitely have not been adding that at all. I'm not used to barding people.
That's okay. Usually I give advantage for that instead of adding another proficiency on top of it.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and roll that one with
Well, that jumped out. Well, I like that roll a lot better. A 17 on the die for a 23 +4 for a 27.
All right. Heck yeah.
I'm a rockstar, guys.
Okay, so as what was it? Born to what?
Bad
Out of the hell.
Bad Out of Hell.
Bad Out of
That's
Hell's the cover. I didn't give a name to her chill song.
it. Okay, no worries.
You gotta put the metal horns up on your head to do the bat signal. Out of hell. Exactly.
Yeah, like the hollow projector throws up bats.
Yeah,
flying
yeah.
all over the place.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
But it goes, it's an amazing performance. Everyone is hooting and hollering, exhausted and sweaty down here in the mosh pits, thoroughly enjoying it, explode into uproarious applause when you end. And the pianist gives you a double thumbs up. And,
like under the disguised self, she is a nasty, sweaty mess, but she still looks nice and put together thanks to that.
Uh-huh. And Van Buren will boost his voice with a device connected to the sound system and say, the amazing Rook and her, don't forget to catch her again tomorrow night. Tell your friends, bring more. We're only at half capacity. Feel free to fill us up.
That's what she said.
You took the words out of my head.
Nero was gonna look over at the bar at the same time to the gentleman he was talking before and give him like a "I told you so." And look, cheers up, holding his drink up.
Yeah, the place is hopping. Aramis is paid for your, Van Buren pays Aramis for yours, and then sends you 180 gold for it. And then, yeah, everyone wants to party. The Wild Risers, the Commoners, everyone wants to party with you.
Yeah, Rook will refresh. She'll go into the back and kind of like clean her actual self up. And then cast her, basically do a little slight costume change, and then come back out and hang out.
Okay. As you go to the bathroom, you hear, as you walk into the bathroom and you're alone, there is, of course, the sink to your left and all the cleaning supplies you need for that, the stalls on the right, and then there's also the sitting couch or sitting area in there. But these stalls, as you pass, it squeaks and opens as you pass the first one. Doesn't sound like there's anyone in here. You can hear the hollow band has started back up.
Yeah. She kind of, she kind of looks around, but she's just like,
The next stall's door squeaks as it slightly opens.
I think if two of them have opened like that, she's gonna like probably, with everything else that's going on, she's gonna feel very uneasy and go to get the fuck out.
Okay. You quickly do the disguise and run.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third one squeaks as you leave.
Yeah, I'm beelining it right to Woodrow and just be like,
You might have been in a bit of a hurry while you were changing, but you still did have Dora on your back.
If I still have Dora on my back, Woodrow! Like, while I am, like, hustling out, Woodrow, there's shit going on in the bathroom, it's really weird, and I don't know. And then I'm out the door about the time I've said that. So you just see me coming out of the women's restroom looking really freaked out.
And you see me hopping
Or
off
just
the left
shared
stool.
restroom,
Like,
I don't know if it's segregated.
fuck.
When I get over to him, I was like, okay, look. So I walked in, and then all the stalls were normal, and then one opened, and then I walked by another, and it opened, and I walked by another, and it opened. It was squeaky, and I got the fuck out of there. And I didn't see a thing, except for the doors moving on their own. And normally they don't do that unless there's people in them doing shit. Wrong word to use when talking about bathrooms, but also correct word to use.
I mean, yeah, fair.
Never open it when you're doing that.
We're gonna look around. Anybody in the crowd paying attention to us?
Yeah. There's a lot of people wanting to hang out with Brooke. Allie in particular is just
incognito
all
right
right.
now. With the giant dragon on the back.
It's not that
The
big.
door
Like
dragging on my back.
wings probably come up to there.
It's like
Um,
squirrel size, right?
A little bigger than squirrel. About the size of
Like
the cock gif in the chat. Yeah, go look, George.
Now I just see the wings flapping like this.
Spoiler.
A little angry.
Like like a chicken.
What picture did you think was in chat?
I killed myself before I looked.
Yeah, our private chat gets wild.
We're agreeing.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a great.
All
You've
right.
been talking about a ground vehicle.
Of course you did.
That was it.
I mean, my first thought was, I've got fairy fire. I was gonna have you like pop open the door, and I was gonna like hit it, but we got a bunch of people in here. So I am going to.
It's also like 11:30, just so you know.
Cool. I'm gonna send Dora up to the rafters and tell her to keep an eye on the bathroom door. And let me know if it opens by itself.
Yeah. Shoot. I had forgotten Butcher, but I think he may stay throughout all of Eldaris' rest, just to keep an eye out.
That's safe.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Meanwhile, Eldaris, turns on his side as he sleeps.
It's good to know what he's up to right now. The rest of us are rocking out. Right before she went on, she was, did anyone hear from Eldaris? All right. Goes on and performs, still rocks out. It's in her head.
Yeah, and Butcher, we pull with a crane shot. We pull the camera away from Eldaris turning in bed to looking out the door to Butcher ravaging his kitchen.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be nothing left.
Scooby-Doo sandwich.
There's no alcohol.
I told him the code.
He didn't.
Oh
remember
yeah,
that
that's
though.
right. That's right. So yeah, he's got that at least. But yeah, Allie is right there, starry-eyed. You've got more drinks than you can drink right now, Rook, offered to you.
That's a
Just
challenge.
starts like sliding them to other people.
If you need help, I can help you.
She'll hand two to Nero. Be like, here, one for each hand.
Cheers. Nice performance.
She'll cheers with everyone. Do her normal, crowd schmoozing for a little while.
And you'll also notice that the recruiter, Denon, leaves.
Yeah, we're kind of like. I think she'll look over to Aramis and be like, did that guy talk to you? Like, you said you were talking to him, right?
Nero.
No,
Aramis. I'm
who?
sorry. My bad.
To Aramis.
Oh, okay.
I like
Okay.
I swear I heard a different name.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Says. I mean, I talked to them for a bit. They were definitely interested in Geo. They said that the circuit in Sector D was really hitting it with all the war forges there. Thought might do well.
Okay.
Well, Rockstar, you about done networking? Do we want to check on the dock and the toolbox, or we want to maybe run to hit a bar on the other side of town?
let's go check in. I would have thought that Butcher or Doc would check in.
I'm sure.
I guess when the concert would have started, Butcher would have messaged y'all through a device to inform you who was staying.
How many hours has it been?
About 5 at this point.
How much sleep have I gotten? Please.
Can I come out and play with everybody?
Not quite. And you could. If you want to, we can have you wake up now, roll like a moderate Constitution save to see if you got a full rest already, or at this point.
How's my Constitution?
Let me check my sheet. No, never.
So
Okay.
let me look what this. No, I'd know better.
Let's see.
I consult the numbers.
Let me check the almighty numbers.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think there's a negative modifier anywhere in this game.
No, there's not. I get a +4.
Sir.
I get a +4, so maybe like
Pretty good.
slightly better than 50
No,
chance.
you can do it. Have faith. You got
All right, let's gamble and say I wake up.
it.
Worst
Let's
case
gamble.
scenario, you
You
go
wake
back to
up
sleep.
to realize you have slept
Exactly.
through the whole concert.
Yep. Just give me a second because I logged out of everything to get my camera back working, so I'm just logging into everything. So
Okay. Meanwhile, Aramis is like, "Hey, dude, you want to go to the Wondercade? Hang out there? Might get to, could get to play. There's always open mics on C22, and I'll pay for if you wanna sing on the street." He's like, "Yes, I could use more renown, especially with how Din Nin.
I like it. It's staying.
Dun.
That's his name. Okay, I was pronouncing it wrong. Thank
They
you.
are they them, by the way, yeah. But Denon is they them. Dio says, yes, since Denon was so interested, I think that it would be wise to get my visage out there. The only issue is the grinders. Aramis is like, yeah, I don't have the kind of coin to buy you out of that. And he kind
Are
of
we
lets
ready
his
for
eyes drift over towards Woodrow. Do you have any business with the grinders? Surely.
Nah, not a lot. They do a lot of their own repairs.
Hmm.
I would have overheard this right.
Oh yeah, you're all right there.
So I may know a thing or two.
Oh really? And who are you?
I'm Nero. But
Oh, nice to
just know
meet
somebody.
you.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
You've met
Your
him,
name
like,
is?
at least once before.
Yeah. But if you don't remember it, I'll give him the
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
courtesy of pretending.
No, he doesn't remember.
Oh yeah. I may know somebody who's entangled in the grinder gang. If you're looking into it. Why? What's up?
I'm just looking to try to get Dio out of it amicably, so that there's no grease shed, no blood, no grease shed.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I've been trying to get him to do that for years, but they're not exactly easy to just kind of get in and back out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have any connections with DL0689?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
my best.
0689. Sorry, DL 06.
He's about the only friend I have, except for my new gang.
I would certainly, as a mediator, perhaps, in this facility, could pay you a small fee to help negotiate this deal. If you can get us a meeting with DL, that would be great. Somewhere outside of his territory, so we don't just get dead and they find our bits in the waterways.
I might know a place. Ask Dio to come to my place on a time that would work for you.
Well, Dio's right there as well.
Oh, damn. A time that would work for everything.
Yes,
Take it to my
I will,
place.
as soon as I can.
All right.
Right now?
Maybe
Mrs.
not right now.
No, not tonight.
No, right now.
Cameo.
He you get like a message a few moments later with his
Crowd's getting
schedule
wild.
down to the second for the next like 3 days.
Sounds good.
But as you are all having fun, one of the Wild Riders momentarily grabs Rook by the throat and says, "Tell me where Eldaris is." The other ones kind of stop and they're like, "Hey, get your hands off her!" And then,
Yeah, she just like goes back, just like, who?
Eldaris. Where is Eldaris?
If he doesn't remove his hand from her, she's going to cast a spell.
I was going to ask if he notices the barrel next to his balls.
It does not appear that he cares if he has noticed. There is no emotion for those with higher passive insights. This is not the person that was there a few seconds ago.
Wild Riders, get your boy.
Yeah, they'll pull him away from you, Rook. And he says, "Just tell me where Eldaris is."
Who?
You know who. And then
Leave.
you see one of their eyes like bulge up. "Last chance before we destroy his brain." And the other ones are like, "What? What's going on? What?
Would any of
your
us-
eye?"
Did any of us see this happening, like to ready in action?
Yeah. This is happening right there next to the table you are sitting at.
Hero's right arm is going to start glowing green while looking eye to eye at everybody else.
I'm gonna
Rook's gonna
Tap
back the
Rook
fuck up. She's not saying anything, but if this thing's gonna blow up, she's out.
I'm tapping Rook on the thigh and like backing
Yeah.
up, like it's time to go.
Backpedaling.
Yeah, the Wild Riders sense this as the other one. "They will all die unless you give me Eldaris." And then the head becomes bulbous and then explodes out. And Van Burn says, "Again?"
As I'm backpedaling and making my way, at this point, the fuck out of the building with like Nero, like grab Nero's glowing arm.
Yeah,
and-
everyone's pretty much.
Yeah, like we're getting the fuck out. She's like, "Does this happen often?"
I sure hope not.
No, she's shouting that at Van Buren.
It's like, "Only when you're here."
I'm sorry.
But everyone is pretty much getting out because
Yeah.
they're.
Did I see Allie get out safely?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He is right next to the Rook.
Yeah, I think Rook would have been sure to grab.
Van Buren is the last one out and uses his device to lock it up. And then they call the SPF.
Have fun.
The
I'm
Wild
better for the
Riders are promised to go inform their who's their leader? Cam Ness. Yep. They go inform their leader about that because this is right in the heart of their territory. So SPF will or SPF SPF will be there within 10 minutes, depending on what you all would like to do.
Nero, get in the bag. Allie, go home.
Oh man, damn it!
Wait, Allie is what is that? Brooklyn accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about Rook? Are you okay, Rook?
I'm good. Gonna get the fuck out. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. Okay.
What?
Anybody else want to hop in first? Just saying. Anybody? Takers? No.
What? I'm sorry?
What is that?
What did you say?
He was asking if anybody else wanted to get in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aramis will get in there with you.
All right.
Oh, it's a party in the bag.
So now neither one of their heads are popping out, but the flap is just going in the wind so that they've got air. And
Is it at
It's
this
just
time that
their
Eldaris
faces. What
magic?
you get? Sorry.
I was just saying, is it about this time that Eldaris kind of jolts awake? And I'll take the con save to see if I am fully rested.
Okay.
Please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I am.
Yep.
Told you, trust in the dice.
After
Power
this
nap,
5.5
baby.
hours, you have rested. Or 5 hours you've rested, and what would you wake up, or what would you like? Oh, I'm sorry. While you were asleep, I need you to roll a wisdom save.
That's never good.
Mm-hmm.
No.
For me, it's not bad though, because I get advantage.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
19.
There is a part of you when you wake up that feels a bit of discomfort. Like there was something different about that sleep, and you distinctly remember for a few moments having a dream, but you pushed it away.
That's not normal. I'm gonna see what Ibukari is doing. I assume she's either sleeping or still like curled in a ball.
She is asleep. Yep.
Okay. Just, making sure she's okay. Butcher either is asleep with the bottle hanging by his fingertips or, eating and drinking fine. I'm going to pull out
by
my
a window smoking a cigar.
Yeah. I'm going to text looking at whatever time it was. I'm going to text her to be like, very, very happy. Hi, got my rest. How's the show going? / how did it go?
As soon as we're on the bike, probably while you've got your phone in your hand, I'm calling you. Hey, headed your way. Just had some fuck shit.
Oh, fucking hell. All right, my apartment's ready. I don't think I have any food here because Butcher kind of ravaged it, but feel free to please join us, and we're waiting for you.
Yeah, Decker
Just,
Tower, what floor?
16th.
On my way. Tell Rook they are expecting us.
She will gun it and go.
If there's any whiskey left in the bottle, Eldaris will regretfully take it and just say, "For the guests, I will buy you a drink later." Meanwhile, he's like going into like hosting mode and just pulling some glasses down to see if he has enough for everybody.
Okay. As y'all are speeding away, the lights, swerving through the foot traffic in the streets, Acura style. Nero, please roll a perception check as you're peering out of the bag, watching behind you.
All right, give me 1 second. I critted.
Ooh.
Excuse my little one say, "Yay!" She knows what's up.
Nice.
I like it. You got to get cheering squad. Hell yeah.
You see two dark cloaked figures using the shadows, but climbing up and jumping between paddy stacks to keep paddy stacks and refurbished buildings to try to keep up with you, but they're losing track of you, or y'all are going faster than them. But you can clearly see two Mind Scourge trying to follow you high up over through the paddy stacks and ruins.
Okay. Does it look as the same ones as last time that I saw?
Hard to tell.
Alright. I'm just. Are they close enough to take a shot at?
Barely, and again, you're speeding away. You're outpacing them.
Alright, I'll just keep going then. Just alert everybody.
Okay.
Hey, we got two buggers on.
Pull your, you duck your head back into the bag and text and put your head back out. Aramis is like, what's going on? Like, can't look at you, but you kind of like push his face against yours. I just imagine as these two faces squished together, looking out of this cloth bag or nylon bag.
I imagine Johnny Knoxville's character in Men in Black 2 when he pops back out of the bag to the alien. Just the head version.
But yes, you'll speed off towards Decker Tower. As you arrive, their parking is 30 gold. They're in the center of base town. It's only a few minute walk from Woodrow's place, though.
Yeah, I think we're gonna park the bike at Woodrow's. She's got plans for her money. She's this is how you save. You walk a little bit. You get some exercise.
Does
it's good for you.
Eldaris's apartment have a balcony area?
Does it?
So I'll tell you what I've got envisioned is the old man with the little takeout diner pulling up in Fifth Element, just right there at Bruce Willis's apartment.
Yeah.
You know what? He's got to have, just thinking of it logistically, I know he needs somewhere where he has like a door that leads to his apartment from his office, because he has that hidden door. It could lead to a balcony on the outside very easily that's just like a speakeasy-esque door. So let's say that's exactly what he has.
Okay.
I'm going to pull him up on comms. Hey, you got room for a bike so we ain't got to pay for parking? I don't want to walk all the way from the shop, and we've apparently got a couple of trench coats on the tail.
Start on the balcony. The villains won't notice.
All right. Put a red light out for me so I can find it.
Red light. Oh, man. I'll figure it out.
And above the table, DM, fuck your parking fees.
Worse than playoff games. I know from experience.
That's a standard game here in College Town.
Yeah.
I get $20 parking about 2 blocks away from the arena. I'm just saying.
That's like Disney parking.
No.
Anyway,
you get 7 blocks, you can get $20.
Yeah, exactly. You're still walking.
Eldaris will step onto his balcony, use prestidigitation to create like a small red light so they can notice that where his balcony is.
I'm like over Rook's
exactly
shoulder,
like
pointing at it up there.
Yep.
Head up there and park.
So how are y'all gonna get up there?
I don't know. How are we getting up there? This was someone else's idea.
This was a motor. This is not a hovercraft.
Like it's not an aircraft.
I mean,
I'm not a monk. Make the bike go above.
the left cab was pulling some sick maneuvers earlier. Does the bicock not do that? Can you not ride up a wall in this thing? You're gonna have to bring it to the shop. I gotta get this shit fixed.
I
You can
mean, riding
do
it
that,
up
I
a wall
admit.
that would be a trick move that you would roll for. Having a ground vehicle fly is totally different.
And it is a ground vehicle.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a bicoque. Or bicoque, sorry.
Fuck. All right.
I mean, you could order another love cab.
Guess we're walking. Yeah, well, I mean, Lev Cab damn sure cheaper than fucking parking.
And there's also elevator fees if you go in at the base floor.
Yeah, fuck it. Park it at the shop. We'll get a Lev Cab.
Okay.
Damn it.
Now you all know.
So
now you all know
close.
why I walk.
Head that
It's
way.
now at this time of night double.
In other words, we're not getting out of paying.
Yeah.
He knows
Good.
we have gold.
12 gold for
Fine.
a ride. But you, huh?
Fine.
But
I've got the Lev Cab, y'all.
All right, you get the same driver too. It's green skin covered in these white and pink tattoos. He's fat, so it's like stretch marks because in Earth Genasi they don't look like stretch marks, but like crevasses in his skin or fissures in it. And he's smoking, of course, a big cigar. It's like, all right,
Yeah, sorry to have you out here twice in one day.
it's great. You're paying me.
We're going to be looking for a balcony to drop off, though. And I'll be up over his shoulder being like...
Yeah, and it like does the stop thing in midair with the front going forward right at the balcony. There's a little
Eldar-
hop from the.
Eldar should be waiting there just with like having the red lights on.
I'll hop out. I'll let Nero out of the bag.
Hey,
And-
do you need anything
I was
else?
about to pop
You
on
all
and say, we're
safe?
there yet?
I've got some party favors if you need.
What kind of party, baby?
I don't know. What are you looking for? I got some.
Well, you got.
He like reaches over and pulls a suitcase out or a briefcase out from under the passenger seat,
You're feeling
and
loading Las Vegas?
puts in a code and opens it, and yeah, there's bottles, baggies, all kinds of various things in there.
An entire
And,
galaxy of uppers, downers, laughers,
I was like,
criers,
give me your best
screamers.
uppers.
As
Upper
well
counter-
as some magic condoms.
What?
I would like to know the variety and what each one does.
Oh, okay. So there's a enlarged.
Oh, we're going
Very-
with this. Okay.
There's the base one is enlarged.
Base one.
I mean, I know I turned on the red light, but this is not this kind of establishment.
Roxanne.
There's the electrical pulsing one.
We're getting somewhere.
There is cold and hot ones. Obviously.
I tell the Genasi, nah, thanks, we're good, and close the door on him.
Aw,
Come on now.
fun to hear him talk. I wasn't gonna get any.
Nobody remembers flying trench coats?
Okay, let's go.
I'll pop back in the bag.
Speaking of which,
Never mind.
do we see any in the area?
Roll a perception check.
I'm going to tap Nero because he spotted him the first time, start pointing around, and hopefully just give him help.
Brooke's gonna give him a verdict.
You all seem nervous. Did the show not go well?
Oh, the show was
Did we make it up?
great.
Yeah. Yeah, I did good. But Nero saw like, cookie creatures following us. They're trying to follow us. And I saw weird shit in the bathroom.
Oh.
And then someone choked me out and then their head exploded.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't choke me out. They tried to, and then their head exploded.
This
Long
dude
story
was
short,
asking about
some shit's
you and
going
acting
down.
a lot like a Ibukari.
Okay. All right. Good. You're in the right place. You're safe now. That's the important thing. Do you see them?
What did you get for the perception checks?
Nero,
I gave
do
Nero
your
a bardic.
and,
17.
and I'm helping for advantage.
Yeah, bardic's
Okay,
a
so-
D6.
I get a reroll?
So you're rolling with advantage, and you can add a d6 to it.
Alright. It's 13 plus 6, so 19.
That's with the d6 too.
Yes.
All right. You do not see any scourge in the area, or anyone following you for that matter.
I know, as I put my head on and say that, I don't see anything. And listening to y'all, do I just suggest
With that high of a perception, though, you can hear the adult film studio on the 19th floor.
Alright, Mermaid Sims, I'll be like, hey, y'all hear that?
Yeah,
They'll
like,
pro-
I'll be right back.
Oh.
It's white noise at this point. They'll drown out eventually.
Wait, what floor are we on?
The 16th.
Okay. Brooke just
Yeah,
looks at
y'all
him
are
and is like,
just over 300 feet up.
your clients that come here to wait, do they? No, they don't come here. You have an office. That's a good thing, because if people came here for their sessions, that would be really weird to hear during a session.
Oh, the office is soundproof. They don't hear that. That would actually trigger some of them, I'm pretty sure. Eldaris is kind of rubbing a brick wall, it looks like, or whatever the material of the building, before he finds
you
it.
hear it, don't you?
Oh, I do. I drown it out. And as he finds one of the bricks, he just pushes it in, and it swings open.
Ooh.
Okay, you get points.
If you go, and he kind of points like a small staircase. It's like, if you follow those stairs down, you go straight to the office. Come in, please.
Yeah, she's immediately gonna start looking just to see where Ibukari is.
She's
See,
on the bed, sleeping.
yeah.
I believe Mr. Butcher might have drinking most of the whiskey that Ibukari keeps here, but if there's any left, you're welcome to it. I can always buy more. Now tell me, I heard bits and pieces. I know the Mind Scourge were following you. I know you were choked. I don't mean this rudely, but I mean this with all the best intentions. Are you sure this person who choked you just didn't have, how do I say this politely, amorous desires that he must have needed to keep in check?
Well, if they had amorous desires, it was for you. Because that's who they were asking about when they grabbed my throat.
Talk about saying the wrong name.
Right? Not what I expect.
What do you?
But yeah, so they said, where is Eldaris? And I just kept acting like I was just being snotty. I was just like, who? And then like they're just fake an expression and shit like that, kind of like how Ibukar was earlier. And then like voice changed to like a weird register, and they were all, if you don't tell us, I'm gonna blow him up. And since we didn't tell him, they blew his head up. It was really kind of metal, but
Eldaris takes off his glasses and just kind of leans them on the table, rubbing his temples. Okay. They're making their moves.
so, I mean, if you're into Wild Riders,
Well, there was one girl many moons ago, but that's a different story that does not need to be repeated right now.
Must have been high tide.
You
slippery.
we'll just say there's a reason. There's a reason I stopped drinking. That was one of them. Anyway, more to the point. Okay, you're all safe. Okay.
Are we though?
No.
No,
Yeah.
but
But
now you are.
right in this
How about the
particular
same face?
situation, we're okay.
I don't know, I'm kind of tripping. What did that dude give me?
What did you buy off the dude?
I don't know, he just said it was good and I just took it. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
did we just miss?
I don't know.
Him?
I just popped back in the bag. I didn't even pay for it.
Oh,
Back in the
Eldaris.
bag.
Eldaris will sit and just be like, okay. I think it's time we had a serious discussion, especially if you are all in danger. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but they're making their moves. Eldaris's mood, by the way, has completely changed. Like, his mannerisms have gone from like the awkward doctor / professor of like, oh, I don't know, to just like stone cold business. Like, okay, here we go. I'm sure a couple of you have heard me mention Ishla as my goddess.
Sure.
Ishla is believed to be, by her adherents, a goddess of life, the preservation, the celebration of it. You're just as likely into some smaller circles to see people lift up a drink in her name, enjoying life, as you are to have healers. But within them, there is a threat. Ishla is also a protector. Beyond this reality that we are here, there are creatures such as the mind scourges, the brain puppies, creatures from beyond the stars. We call them the creatures from beyond. There are several of us dedicated to stopping them because their goal is to wipe out reality as we know it. They have no allegiance to any villain. There are several cultists who will work for them. I belong to a order within the temple of Ishla, dedicated to eradicating threats of this nature. For a while, we've been suspecting that the activity has been getting stronger. The recent occurrence at Temple Bar with the hooded individual. Rook, I know you followed me. That was one of them. My mentor, who I keep calling when these things are happening, that's another one. There is...
The things that got a hold of her and pointed at Ibukari?
In a way, yes. I don't think it's as violent quite as what happened to the Wild Rider, but I think they're trying... Either Ibukari saw something or heard something, and, well, when you've been friends for the 20-some years, you're going to investigate when your friend is in danger. I may have been singled out by these creatures for special termination.
Why? No offense, but what makes you special?
Eldaris, like, walks around and, like, kind of looks at the window. Like, he's responding, but that kind of faraway gaze. You know, I've been asking myself that same question since I've been 5 years old. When I was 5, I heard a voice in my head. It wasn't a dream. I can't dream. And it was this guttural, garbled language that just said, called me that I was going to not ruin their plans. The next day I woke up and my powers manifested.
Hero slowly rises and perks up. Powers?
Eldaris holds up his left hand and just kind of like casts a little illusion for his sorcery ability. My sorcery.
I got you. Continue. Sorry, man.
It's fine. It led me into the facilities that I'm sure we've all heard about, which I do not like talking about. And I've been tormented by them ever until I found the Temple of Ishla. that told me what they were. The creatures from beyond are afraid because they think I'm a harbinger of their destruction. And that's what I am. Now, I can go into more detail about the faith, the counts, but the most important thing is that as long as you all are with me, I think you're in danger. Now, you have my word. I do not abandon friends. I do not let friends go. I will do everything in my power to protect all of you. No questions asked from these forces.
Butcher, let me get that bottle. Take a sip. Pass it on down the line to Rook.
Takes a long sip. Passes it over to Nero.
It's empty.
Nero takes a sip, hops out of it. Just
All
damn it.
Rook finishes it and just looks at Nero. You have drugs, you're fine.
I
Then takes her flask out and hands it over to Eldaris.
Eldaris just pulled up his hand.
I will turn though and say, hey, from somebody who kind of went through a similar situation and doesn't really have any friends except for y'all now, I can attend to power and determination you have against protecting us. So I cheers to that, and I'm on your side, here for your help. And I'll hold an empty glass.
What was that?
I said, and I believe you have at least me to help you too. It's not all on you.
You understand, I cannot ask you to fight
Yeah,
these.
I know you didn't ask.
I know. It's my... I know the crowd I'm speaking to. It's my calling. I've been selected.
Well, whatever selected you, I'm fairly certain, probably knew you couldn't do it alone. So, you're at least stuck with me. I don't know about the rest of them.
Ishla's blessing upon us all, then.
I still don't know who she is, but okay.
Like I said. Got it. For
Just like-
just a kind of small smile. For your purposes, Miss Rook. A goddess who delights in the fact that you enjoy life and live it to the fullest. It's actually something funny enough that Ibukari and my mentor yell at me about. I tend to be more focused on the protection aspect more than the living life aspect.
Yeah, we'll get you out of that, don't worry.
Oh,
Do y'all hear that? Oh wait, never mind. Continue.
Would they finish?
He did, and she's pretty mad about it.
Normally it's the other way around.
Touche.
So what do we do
Back in
now?
the bag.
Are you just hanging out in the bag even though we're all in his apartment at this point?
Yep, I helped out for a second to get a drink, and then there was no drink, so I hopped back in the bag.
Nero's now addicted to travel by bag of holding.
what we do now?
I also let Aramis out. Curious how
Yeah, how's Aramis doing right now?
how
Yeah.
he's taking this.
I don't know if you heard a word I just said, by the way. I'm assuming you did.
Everything. He's sitting with. I let both of them out of the bag on the balcony.
Aramis is a little worried, and then kind of just turns it off and goes and looks for your music collection for video games.
Oh, he's gonna be sad, isn't he?
I have the Bat Out of Hell original collection. That's the best. That's the best you're going to get, unless you like jazz. Sorry.
It's jazz flute.
Got some Jim
Synth
Steinman B-sides back at the shop. Anyway, all right,
But
chosen one.
As for what we do next, I need
There we
to
go.
talk to my mentor to see what reports we've been getting in. Is this something that they're just trying to make a move? Are there forces gathering? What's going on? That's step one for me. Step two for all of you. They know you're the way to get to me. It might be the best answer, and I don't know how wise this is just everyone keep in contact. Go about the days. They'll ignore you if they realize we're not as affiliated as they might believe. That's all I got right now until I hear from a mentor in terms of what our forces can do. Why they, like I said, why they're specifically out for me right now is unclear. Yes, I was prophesized to be something important, I guess. I'm not there yet. I'm good, maybe, but I'm not as... My mentor runs circles around me. A lot of the other people have been there far longer than I have. More training, more abilities. I just literally
You
walked
feel a
into that.
hand grab your shoulder. You turn around to see Ibukari staring at you and says, "They want Eldaris." And she starts to cry. "The end is coming. They showed me." And she starts to break down again and crumple on herself.
Eldaris is going to, kind of hold her a little bit just into a hug. And just try to comfort her.
That's starting to freak me out.
And just, looks up at all of you. And again, just, there's, a tinge of sadness in his eyes. As though, a tear might have been forming that just goes away. And he gives, he's staring daggers. Not necessarily at anyone in particular. Just, at the general situation. And just says, "It is the belief of all of us who call ourselves guardians of Ishla. Guardians of reality. That on the final day, Ishla herself will come down from the heavens with those who have served her best to defend reality when the great threat arrives."
It's always on the last day, isn't it? Why does a big powerhouse always wait till the last day to show up after half the damn work's done?
Hey.
To make sure that the job is done. To make sure that they won't come back.
All
We are
right,
not...
Well, how much is
I'm
it to
not
get
ever-
this one fixed? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's going to be job number one. And I can put in a little bit to get her healed up, because at this point they know where my shop is. If I just go sit there by my damn self, then I'm going to end up in tears on a slab somewhere. So we get the lost puppy up to fighting speed. You touch base with whoever your boss is. And then take the fight to them. Because, I've been in that shop for 100 years now, and I don't feel like getting run out by a bunch of fucking squids.
Don't worry.
You hear some gunfire outside.
Which is funny because that's white noise for Woodrow. He didn't notice.
Is it outside the door or outside from the balcony where I'm
outside. Yeah, from the balcony. It looks like a turret lower down, maybe on the 13th or 12th floor, was shooting at something on another building.
So it's it's pretty much on our building, but shooting towards another building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will alert the rest of the party. Hey guys, hey. Something's happening. Down there.
Can I go out on the balcony and take a look?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go do that.
Can we keep him high?
What? No, him low. He's down there. They're down there. Over there. Come here. Down there. Hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check as well as
Before that, I'll cast guidance on myself to make sure I can see it.
Yeah, you can make one too, Near.
14.
21 plus the guidance roll, whatever it's going to be.
Okay, so 14. You can't quite make it out, Nero.
Would I need disadvantage, by the way, being way too high, though? Be real.
No. Everything's pretty well lit at this time of night at the center of the base town right here.
No.
25 total for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you see what looks to be a flapping purplish tentacle and fleeing down the side of that building across from the Decker Tower is what looks to be a scourge fleeing down the side of it. You can also see several blood lanes led out from the garage underneath Decker Tower on their bikes going towards it.
Blood lanes working with the Scourge?
Shooting at.
Maybe. Oh, shooting at them. In response to seeing the tentacle, Eldaris is going to just kind of take the amulet around his neck and move it like out of his clothing so it's like facing right in front of him. And he just takes a second to watch the whole thing unfold.
Yeah, they don't catch up with it. It goes into a catacombs tunnel again.
One of your
A few of the bikes go down there, but they come back out within a few minutes.
Whatever it is, it's coming from the catacombs. There was another one. Probably the ones that was following you. Finally caught up, but the turret scared them off. And kind of looks at all of you. Again, kind of expression changed again to being more soft and gentle, and just looks at everyone like, I am sorry. This is not a gang war. This isn't villains trying to battle for meaningless turf or a slight. This is reality. This is bigger than all that. And I am sorry that you're all forced to play.
Yeah, world had to end sometime.
It will not end on my watch. Not without me giving everything I can.
I enjoy a good party.
And with that, we will cut to black in the credits for this week.
Ooh.
They're all me, and then there's the cast.
Any post-credit scenes?
I can't think of one.
Don't ask for things like that. No, sir.
You like multiple-
Just like a panning shot over the cyst as it's like throbbing or
Yep.
not getting bigger, just like throbbing a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
with the SPFs pulling back away from it.
Sorry, I didn't
what
just
it
get
is an outtake of one of the cloaked figures as they were trying to run after us, slipping and face planting into the side of the building instead of actually gripping it and continuing to run.
Cut.
Also in the
Cut.
blooper reel, when Dude Buddy's head blew up, the guy next to him is like, and I got it in my mouth, and everybody starts laughing.
Yeah. Oh, come help, man.
No, I'm just thinking about with like the head blowing up and that just line. The original It with Tim Curry. You like balloons? Try a bunch. I just like the exploding balloon. Complete with the wisecracks in Tim Curry's
Oh,
voice.
yeah.
So yeah, there's another blooper moment with trying to get Aramis and Nero out of the bag.
Yeah. It's not nearly as easy as it looks, y'all.
Like I said, just Snozzberry tastes like Snozzberry.
Into the bag. Aramis goes to take a step, thinking that there's going to be a step down, and he just falls through like a manhole.
Yep.
You did it again.
All right. Great session, great episode. Want to thank our glorious GM,
I want to
Hero.
thank y'all. Being GM is nothing compared to having great players.
Yes, it is.
I'm a great player.
I try.
In the meantime, this is the internet. There's buttons everywhere. Click, like, follow, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, buy the merch, and hit all the other links to go buy other merch. We got Dice t-shirts, so one shots available on DM's Guild, and come join us again. It's my lovely calendar say next week is
Should be
me.
a fortnight.
Oh shit. Starting a two-parter, the House of Generations. Been looking forward to this one, and I should probably finish it before I run it. And then the week after that, we will be back with Denizens again. I don't think Butcher is going to be back for that one. He is taking 2 weeks in Japan. Lucky bastard. So.
Very jelly.
Super jelly.
Red won't be here for that one either.
Oh.
Ooh.
Red will be in Texas.
So May 17th.
Not as cool as Japan.
The 17th is my birthday.
Ooh. Well, happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
We will figure out what we are doing for the 17th, but at the very least, next week I will be doing House of Generations. So come back next week and look forward to finding out who's in the cast. 'Cause, I fell off with planning this week. In the meantime, love y'all. Thank y'all for coming, hanging out with us, playing this silly game, and watching all of us silly people. And we look forward to seeing you again.
Lots of love, guys.
Bye, guys.
Night, everybody.